Sometimes you just need a little game for a bit that'll help you wind down, flex the muscles in your brain rather than your fingers. Something peaceful. Perhaps a bit sad at points, but still peaceful. Love this game for years. Playing the original version, not the remastered. Not even gonna see if I can run the remastered. But also, I like the charm of the original. I don't need it all prettied up. 4 funny chapters. We gotta start at the beginning. And when the man talks, I'll let him talk. And when the game loads, I'll let it load.
Dear Esther, I have lost track of how long I have been here, and how many visits I have made overall. Certainly the landmarks are now so familiar to me that I have to remind myself to actually see the forms and shapes in front of me. I could stumble blind across these rocks, the edges of these precipices, without fear of missing my step and plummeting down to sea. Besides, I have always considered that if one is to fall, it is critical to keep one's eyes firmly open.
Understandable. Eyes open, feet walking, thoughts given. Spooky sounds. You've only got the movement. This ain't a jumping game. So you can still technically fall off stuff. And use that to move you about. What's this? Dark. Toilet. A little home / workshop, maybe. Kettle. Lighthouse. Nobody home. And nowhere to go. At least in the lighthouse. And, some sort of chemical equation thing. Compound thing. Something. Oh.
Dear Esther,
What?
the morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
I'm going to guess I accidentally pressed the kill button. Well. Note to self, don't press F. You will die. I don't know if I set that up in the past. For what reason, I don't know, or if that's just a regular feature. Well. Before we were cut off by, sudden death. Oh, hello. A ghost! A friend. Well, before I died, chemicals, paint, glowy, bioluminescent, maybe, possibly, most likely. Whoop. A bird! From the toilet. Understandable. Don't press F. What's this? Well, there's all the paint cans. And that's making noises. I'll take the bottom path today. You can see the sea and walk the coast. Very pretty. Cozy. the coast. Splish splash. For fish or crustaceans? Crabs? Catching crabs? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Wood. Someone's about to say something, I feel.
There was once talk of a wind farm out here, away from the rage and the intolerance of the masses. The sea, they said, is too rough for the turbines to stand. They clearly never came here to experience the becalming for themselves. Personally, I would have supported it. Turbines would be a fitting contemporary refuge for a hermit. The revolution and the permanence.
I wonder how recent this is supposed to be. Or I guess I should say how modern. I don't know. Probably supposed to go up that way, so let's see what's this way then. Unless I'm gonna hit a loading thing over there, but I don't think I am. The hermit plays his violin away from the masses. I forget what this is called, sadly. This was a good game choice because I just woke up from a long nap. I feel refreshed, and now here I walk, shipwrecked. Found, not lost. Is good. Cozy. Walking the rocks and the sand and the sea and the water.
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
But there are birds. We saw a bird. Bird can eat the yogurt. Well, we're not getting anywhere from here. Might as well go to the end and then work our way back. There was a car here at one point. Yep. More of a car. Can't jump, can't climb. Gotta do the walk back. Step by step. Let the wind blow through your hair. Kiss your skin. Sun still shines, even if only a bit. Sand underneath your feet. Step by step. Let the isolation calm you, not make you scared. Now, if you want an uncalm experience, I believe there's an achievement where if you keep falling off one of these rocks here below and getting fall damage, I think if you do it enough to hurt yourself, I think you get some sort of achievement. Or is it doing it enough times? Does it want you to die by that enough times? I don't know. If I were to walk to sea right now, it would get all spooky looking, as you would assume the player is about to drown. And then you're just teleported back to here. You already saw a death earlier. An accidental, self-death. It happens. I am scared, with one finger so close to that button. I probably won't trigger it again. I'll be fine. Got the coast, got the hills, I got the light. Well, I'm leaving behind the lighthouse. But that's okay. Walking all the way back. Leave no stone unturned, no path not taken. See where this one goes. So much to see. Comfort with me. Come with me on a journey up the slope, up the hill. Rocks. I could make a cozy 3D game someday. This would definitely inspire something within me to make a good experience. Well. Oh. Could I? Oh. Oh, you can just walk over that. Wow, that is not hard at all. Yeah, okay. Keep walking up this then.
Donnelly reported
Oh.
the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude
Oh.
in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been at their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Well, maybe today's our chance. Got little markings there of, something. It's dark. Oh, the wind's blowing through. Hermit? Ooh. Oh! Someone tapping out Morse code to me by light? If you look directly ahead towards that cave, see that flash? Well, you could see that flashing. Does the hermit have anything else to say? Not yet. Or the conversation is done. That's alright. We'll be visiting that area soon enough. Will be during this part, most likely. I fiddled around checking out the chapter starts earlier to give a good point of reference of length. Well, I guess more so to see what goes where. Okay, can I do this again? Whoop, 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 whoop. Maybe? Nope. I go down. Gently now. We good. Well, we can get back up on the hill, like right over here anyway. It's nice. You don't always gotta do action, puzzles, mystery. Sometimes you just walk and share your thoughts. It's nice going on walks. I like it with others because it becomes an entertaining thing. Then it's with myself. Those ones I get to be like introspective. Or just planning my day in my head. Chatting about with myself. Funny little altars. A nice hello to a passing stranger that wants a hello back. See the world, the sights and sounds. Always, when given the chance. You gotta get off that silly little computer. Silly little PlayStation. whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you gotta just explore the world around you. I'm not talking like trips. Exit your house, walk about the neighborhood, see what happens. If you can. It's good to clear your mind now and then. You can't be online 24/7. If you're dedicated, I guess you can be offline 24/7, but I personally like a
A
mixture of the two.
wonderful sight. The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle. It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach, all the world as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
I like the way he talks. That's the lighthouse. So like I said, it's the moon, not the sun. That makes sense. It's a lot darker than it looks. Leaf. Disconnect, reconnect, rinse, repeat. And when you get out in that world, you can create pieces for the digital world. A perfect harmony between the two. Technology and nature, they should hold hands, and they should kiss. Don't make them fight. There can be peace. You just need a good balance of both, and you need care. Care more for nature in these current days.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh,
but of the mind. Perhaps of the spirit, too. Can't discount that. Oh, hey, I can see this symbol from up here. Reminds me of a nautilus shell. Nautilus? Shell? Oh, how it goes. Is there a path to... No, I'm just gonna keep going the long way. I can go that long way. See some little... That's, We'll get a better view of where that little spot I was earlier. I don't want to fall. I see some funny little stones approaching. But we still gotta make it across all these paths first before we go down. Hello. Let's go in the inner one.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Oh! I'm realizing, well, not to do with Lot's wife, turned to stone, but I'm realizing, with this game's visuals of the luminescence and its blue shades, I haven't explained one dream I had ages ago of a forest just full of that same sort of blue shade of luminescence. It, had a gory end to that dream, which would not fit this at all. Then that dream would inspire a story. That story gave a character in a temporary world, and then later a character back in a realer world. And it all came just from a funny little thing in this. And other little funny things. It's fun to create, grabbing bits and pieces of things you like, and then tying it into something new. Taking note of what you don't like, and either twisting it until you like it, Or avoiding it entirely. I like thinking about creating a lot. It keeps me at peace. I should go on a hike sometime. I haven't had a good hike in probably ages. Years. It's a whole lot different from a walk. Mechanical stone. I don't know if that's even going to pick up in the audio or not. Am I going to hear something in this too? Nope. Sounded mechanical for a second. As the wind blows. Cozy, man. Fucking cozy. Fucking cozy. I wouldn't do it,
Dear
but...
Esther,
Oh.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
A sad fate for Paul. What was I saying? Retrace my steps. Walking. Hiking. Creating. Oh! I wouldn't do it, but... And maybe it's already been done. I feel like someone, if they wanted, could whip up a sort of Minecraft playthrough thing. Well, when I go down, I don't think I'm going back up. Yep. Minecraft playthrough thing where they're just exploring the world. Commenting on it as if they were. Just a fresh explorer. No tools. No combat. Just exploring. Probably put peaceful mode on. Spending time in each biome. Seeing what they could see. Could be interesting. But that is not a journey I will take. I must go into the scraggly cave. And see the remnants of the hermit. Hermit? Oh, he had a boat. And there's a lighthouse.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he
Bread.
vanish to? Why? Asked the farmers. Why? Asked Jacobson. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
Oh, a museum. Here comes the museum. And all its illuminated glory. As my flashlight turns on. And I must resist pressing a bad button because it won't turn it off, and I don't need to turn this off. It's like a little buddy in your body. But he's also taken root. This makes something. But I don't know what specific thing. I don't want to start guessing the letters. Because it should be simple. And if it is simple, and I fuck it up, I will look like an absolute fool. Not today. A sea creature. Could be. Could not be. Makes me think more of nerves than roots. And then this one's like best of both worlds. Well, not roots, but nerve tree. Growing upwards and upwards. I had a fun time at the museum. I got to pick up a clump of dirt as my souvenir. They let us eat paint. Wow, can't wait to come to this museum again. Doc says I got about 2 days left before the paint kills me. Whatever. It was a delightful museum. And worth every cut and sore in my feet, walking upon the jagged rocks. Another bird. I should keep note if I get bird occurrences like that each time. Maybe. Because then there's something I can say, but it's far too early for me to say it now. I don't want to make the guess yet. I like this. I love this. Yeah. My 3D game when I make it someday. I definitely want to do at least I think I want to do outside environments. Maybe. I know the dating sim I make someday is going to have mostly outside environments. But that's not relevant right now. Not yet. If you look at my thoughts, it's like a spider web, and a lot of times branching from that to that to that. Something's at the center. Something's at the edges. Something's making all the branches in between. Something's holding it all together. Some things are far.
I've become convinced I'm not alone here, even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
Yep. I could walk around the waterway, and it's given me opportunity if I wanted. Actually, I am about to do it again. I'll walk around the paths. God, I feel like I remember this music by heart. It's making me... Ooh. It's making me think. For my second EP. Under that funny Saint Nowhere persona. I wanted to do some sort of easy listening thing. First EP was just me fucking around. It's really weird and abstract and turbo super beginner and weird. First album was just dancey stuff. Saw some sort of one music tool thing with many different patterns. Just strung them up together for a bunch of tracks. Well, I want to do an easy listening for the second EP. Maybe more easy stuff like this can help inspire thoughts, because right now I've hit a wall. We'll see. I like to always grab inspirations and bits and bobs from stuff. Even in my recent Night in the Woods playthrough, May's funny little nightmares inspired nightmare and dreamlike sequences in a story I wrote. But I can't speak of such story here. Careful now. That's where we went before, where we saw the pieces of the car. And then we get a picturesque view like this. Split nicely. Probably better if we do something like... Maybe we want to look at the horizon line, maybe something like that. Sky, sea, ground rocks. Technically sand too. Is that the ground part? Maybe. See the water pulling in. Wind blowing in our face. Snap a photo, kids. We're on to our next destination. Well, I should make a super focused road trip story. I'll remember that. I've kind of done the traveling stories before, but I need to do one where it's more focused on the destinations. I've wanted to do a story before about two guys just shooting the shit the entire time. Maybe I can do it for that one. I have Can I go up these hills? No, right? No, it wants me to go into the valley. Does it? I mean, it looks like if I go there... Oh, hey, another one of these. Well, thankfully with this one, I can't fucking make out. Oh, it might just be the same ones before, but just flipped. I'm not sure. I feel like if I go there, I'm gonna hit a level zone. What if I go here? It's tempting me. Because parts of this look like you can explore it. But then if I think more clearly, it looks like you can't explore it. Like, am I gonna... Oh. Am I? Oh. Well. Maybe? Or no. Hold on. Don't guess so soon. Oh. Alright, no, it doesn't want you exploring these parts. It was worth a check. It was worth a shot. What was I gonna say? I'd like to do a road trip story. Just two guys shooting the shit. Could be a story about nothing. But then it'd be about the journey. And it'd be about the relationship. I don't know which guys yet. Maybe it's guys I've already had. Created. Maybe I just need to make some more guys. I have too much on my plate right now in terms of creating characters. I've got like 6 wizard characters to design for my dating sim someday. I got the protagonist, now I just need 6 other folks. They're romanceable folks. And then I gotta make 4 teachers for a horror-based short story I want to make someday. It's gonna be fun. I walk this way now. I guess into the valley. Probably not just a valley. Just a pass between the hills and the cliffs. Is that not a valley? I don't know. Could be valley, could be not. We are absolutely about to hit a loading zone. That's fine. We'll see where it takes us, and then we'll think for a moment. Well, this is a path of no return, alright. The funny loading.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
I'm checking something real quick. Wait. There is a quick save? What? Wait. I'm gonna move forward just a little bit. We're not gonna get full view of what's ahead. What? So if I do this, where does it place me? Right exactly there. Well, that was one whole chapter of the 4. It's a shorter video series, most likely. But I'm gonna stop it here. Continue more the next day, which will technically be the day after this is uploaded, which is the day after this is recorded. Don't stress your head so much. We still got a journey ahead. Bye-bye for now.